Thanks for interwebkaiju here. This is the Cloverfield Paradox, formerly known as God Particle. This is a spoiler review. Can't really do a non-spoiler review. There's minimal information about this movie out there. So yeah, be prepared for that. The Cloverfield space station is experimenting on a gigantic particle accelerator called the Shepherd. During a test, there is a malfunction and the station loses sight of Earth. It is concluded that they have made the jump to a different dimension while also constantly altering the laws of science and are now faced with finding a way back home. The music is good. It really adds tension and suspense to every scene, and the other non-dramatic compositions are good as well. I think the only licensed track is Don't Sweat the Technique, and it's unimportant, but I like it. The acting, the effects, all good. The set is great, and supplemented with the phenomenal lighting it's given, it looks amazing. There are horror-like elements throughout, and they're great. Jump scares, which I normally hate, are done well. Things that happen for no reason are unnerving and creepy. There's a severed arm that moves on its own, even death scenes. All sorts of crazy stuff. Oh, and if you want to delve into some claustrophobic or drowning fears, there's this. The movie doesn't give a lot of backstory or time to get to know the characters before everything starts spiraling out of control, but I still cared about their well-being. Weird stuff keeps happening to and around them, and the scenes are tense because you want them to make it out alright. Perhaps it's because I know they're just as confused as the viewer, so we're all in the same boat. Regardless, it's something I really need to applaud the filmmakers for. Everything happens so fast. The characters are given the same amount of time to figure out what's happening as the audience, so regardless of their job or yours, you can kind of relate to their panicking. The movie is about all the crew members, which I like. Too often a movie about a group focuses on one or two characters that usually happen to be the least interesting of the bunch. We're only given insight into one of the crew members' family and life on Earth, but that is used to have a linked character so that we can see what's going on with the rest of humanity from time to time. There's some unsteady camera during conversations between two stationary characters. This always bothers me and seems to be a common trend among recent films. The fight scenes consist of constantly switching cameras. It's a bit annoying and a bit painful on the eyes, or perhaps the brain. Either way, I wish it had been done differently. Thankfully, there's only a couple of these scenes. The station seems to have minimal protocols. To put this against the Life movie, that crew had a whole line of things to do for seemingly every situation, and they made the safety of their crew a priority. On the Cloverfield station, they open a screaming wall without arming themselves. They also save and give medical attention to a lady who they don't know who she is or how she got into the station. Oh, and for those who are wondering, the Cloverfield monster, I think Clover is his name. I've seen it called a couple other things too. Regardless, the creature isn't a main focus of the movie, but it does show up in the final shot, which admittedly is still pretty cool. Even though the trailer hyped this up to answer the questions we had about the original Cloverfield, we still don't know much more about the monster. We know how it came to appear, but we don't know what it is or where it's from. So that was the Cloverfield Paradox. It's a ride. Definitely recommend it. I really hope they make a sequel to the Cloverfield, because I mean this is a prequel. I know what happens. I know that might erase 10 Cloverfield Lane out of the continuity. Maybe they can shoehorn it in like they did with Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. Regardless, this is a good movie. It's thrilling. If you have any movies, TV shows you would like me to review, leave a comment below, and thanks for watching.